Alright, so we'll be tackling rush number 7 of the new Ultra Space Time Rush Fated Duel event to get all the Goku summon tickets. As you can see, you can only unlock this after doing all the 6 rushes, so we'll just go ahead and see what we have in store for us. So as you can see, there's 7 fights, which is it's going to be a long one, and the first fight's up against Turles. They all look like they're movie characters, which makes sense, and the boost characters is Goku and Gogeta. Yeah, Gogeta. Alright, let's do this. Hit the intro.
What you're seeing now is my normal state. This is a Super Saiyan. This is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended past a Super Saiyan. Or, you could just call this a Super Saiyan 2. And this to go even further beyond!
Alright. So we got Turles here. Obviously, I checked that the first 2 fights are up against yellows, so we can use all our yellows here to our heart's content and not have to worry about the repercussions later. Trust me, I made that mistake before. So we opt to start with Zenkai Goku because he's Goku and he's very strong, and yeah. Broly, the Extreme Broly supports on switch out and he buffs yellows, so yes. And the final person I opted to go for is GT Vegeta because he debuffs, has anti-heal because Turles can heal from his green card, and he just is Saiyan support, and yeah, he's really good. Obviously the bench unit, or the support members, whatever you want to call them, is just going to be regular extremes that buff yellows. Not going to go too hard here, let's hope we can win this. So, we have parity here. Oh yeah, as I did not explain earlier, I'm actually going to skip through most of these fights and only show like the highlights and stuff like that. So obviously we can get through all of them, because if I was to show every single fight from start to finish, this will take over an hour, and that was very boring and probably a waste of your time. So yeah, as you can see, this level in particular isn't very difficult. Just 3 good yellows and a yellow Goku. Doesn't matter which one, I just opted for Zenkai Goku. I did get a bit unlucky here because he decided to rush my Broly, but it was near the end, so it wasn't too big of a deal. And he actually gets it off, so yeah. But other than that, this fight's not too bad. GT Vegeta's anti-heal came in clutch. It actually did help me beat this level under the timer counts, because you'll be able to see later that I almost ran out of time. So yeah, any yellow unit that has anti-heal is very good against this guy. It's relevant, and you should use any yellow unit with anti-heal. Yeah, that's all I can say about this level. Turles doesn't do much damage, so just have to out-survive him, that's all. And yeah, we get the final blow, and then we move on to the next fight, who is up against Purple Cooler. Let's see how we handle this. Purple Cooler, I opted to go for the Future Gohan strat, which is basically to have a Future Gohan and just let him die really early, to give Goku, Kaioken Goku, the triple card draw speed, and just to unload on Cooler as much as I can, farm Dragon Balls really easily, and then the other yellow Goku's there to tank hits, as well as the Z ability support. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. As you can see, we're about to get a rush here. He's transformed, so he's really tanky and he's healing slowly. I used the Kaioken pretty early, but it's fine, trust me. I just want to get as much damage in as quickly as possible, and then I'm going to try and buy time when the Kaioken after effect kicks in with Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of damage at the moment compared to, well, a lot of units in here. So quite impressed, to be honest. Let's keep going. Future Gohan's using his ult to remove his other buffs. Yeah, just do it. It's literally the only thing he's good for. Then you just let him die. Yeah, I've been doing this ever since Future Gohan came out. I was like, wow, this guy's so busted for hard PvE events. You just let him die, and then he buffs your team. Get an increased card draw speed. It's so good, man. You just draw cards constantly. Yep, as you can see, Kaioken time is definitely running out, but damage is up there. Obviously, when Kaioken Goku's not in his Kaioken state, he gets increased card draw speed every time he comes into the battlefield, which means he can increase his card draw speed by 2 levels. And Well, you'll be able to see later why that's such a big deal. Super Saiyan 2 Goku is not going to do much damage. He's still a Goku character, so he's getting boosted, but he's just here to buy time for Kaioken Goku, the main star of this show. So, yeah. Yep, just make sure to farm Dragon Balls, land rushes as quickly as possible so you have more time to build up other ones. That's just the best way to go along with these events. So, yep, 6.6. You don't get that high of most Gokus in this game. So, as you can see, my Kaioken's about to run out. Also, a good thing to note is that you should try to avoid sidestepping. I've noticed that it can become a huge hindrance in terms of timing. Unless your characters increase cardio speed. If they don't, then there's really no point sidestepping at all. Yeah, I got pretty lucky with the rush, because if that rush went off, Goku would have died, and that would just make things harder. So yeah, as you can see, things went pretty well this game. Couldn't complain. It was still up to the wire though. Like, it was still really close. But as you can see, Goku's just getting more and more cards. We're about to hit our third rush here, which is insane. It's such a good strategy, man. You should definitely try it. It works on a lot of PvE stages, especially space-time rushes and challenge events. Just use a mono yellow or hybrid or a Sun Family team or future team. Just let Gohan die. You can use any team, it always works. So yeah, this rush does so much damage as well, and it definitely ends up closing up the game here. So, as you can see, this team actually beat this. I was honestly opting to restart and do a better team, but this team actually ended up working out for me, as you can see. So we get the W and we move on to the next fight, which I completely forgot who it was. Give me a sec. Oh my god, not these three. Okay. Okay. So I wasn't sure how to tackle this one because there's 3 different colours, but I definitely didn't want to use any Gokus until their health was low. So I opted to use the red Trunks, who reduces healing every time he comes in, and the purple Vegeta's main also reduces healing. So another thing I noted was that they do a lot of damage, and I mean a lot. Like, that did half of Trunks' health with damage card. That's insane. Also, I also noticed that they switch out very often, and it's a pain in the ass to deal with. Like, they switch out every time they're in type disadvantage. It's so dumb. Like, they're definitely a lot smarter than most other computers. So yeah, they don't heal for that much, but they're still healing a lot. So this red Trunks was definitely helping a lot. You're just trying to do as much damage to each of them as you can, rushing as often as possible, but you're not really trying to win because you need a Goku to win. I mean, you can obviously do this first time with Goku, but I didn't think that was a good idea. So as you can see, I went to rush yellow and he switched into blue, so it's not going to do much damage. But the only thing I noticed is that they don't have a lot of health, and trust me, it's not very hard to kill one of them. I think one good rush could probably kill one of them quite easily. So it's just, unfortunately, I think it's kind of luck based, like if you get the rush off and stuff, but whatever. So as you can see, Vegeta's anti-heal, Trunks is anti-heal, it makes a difference. These Metal Coolers heal when they switch out as well. They have their main ability which heals, just ridiculous, man. They heal too much, but it's definitely possible. You just have to use anti-heal units. There's loads of characters in this game that use anti-heal. You need to take advantage of them, otherwise this event is basically impossible. Also, people who nullify endurance, but there's no one that nullifies endurance in this version, I don't think, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's just anti-heal ones, that's your main problem. As you can see, we get rid of the blue cooler here, luckily. I'm really happy he didn't switch out now. Yeah, you're just aiming to get rid of them. I had to switch into purple Vegeta to get the rush, unfortunately, so it wasn't going to kill, but still a lot of damage. As you can see, this run went better than I expected, honestly. I thought I wouldn't have even killed one of them, but they're all quite low. So I could just pop a couple of Gokus in and win, and then we can just move on to the next fight afterwards. I'll show what team I used. It was completely random. I don't know why I used that team, but it ended up getting worked anyway. Get worked. Anyway. Yeah, so I went for red 18, purple Super Saiyan 3, and red Goku. Obviously, purple red isn't really used after this, so it didn't really matter too much. I probably shouldn't have used purple Super Saiyan 3 because it's got a good Z ability, but yeah. We'll just cut through this match because, you know, I win. Because, you know, they have like no health left, so. Yeah. Alright. So, you're gone, and we move on to the next fight, which is up against Transition Red Broly. So I went for basically my worst blue Gokus and just used them with a decent bench, I guess. They all buff blue double support, so yeah, this blue Broly's no joke, man. He has like 49 health bars or something ridiculous like that. It's just, no, 39, sorry. Yeah, the damage is not up there with the other Gokus. You can just tell because of how old they are. So this, I knew I wasn't going to beat it after a while, so I just opted to do as much damage as possible. I was using the blue extreme Goku, the OG one, who was on like Saiyan bench teams for like a whole year. Like literally, I think for most of the first year, that blue Goku was on every Saiyan team. It was kind of funny, but now you don't need him anymore. So, as you can see, the rush isn't doing amazing damage, but hopefully I can get him to at least less than half, and then my next strategy is sure to work. As you can see, we lost this Goku. He's trash anyway. So his main ability just makes the enemies take more strike damage. So as you can see, still not doing any damage. So yeah, Blue Broly is definitely, he doesn't do that much damage either. He just feels really tanky compared to the others. The others weren't as tanky as this guy. Well, actually no, Purple Cooler was, but I think the future Golden Strike kind of helped. I sacked off that Goku there, as you can see, and then I get destroyed afterwards. So Blue Broly showing that he's, you know, the legendary Super Saiyan. Alright, so this team's actually a bit cheese, to be honest. I use Ginyu and Whis, who holds green cards, and I use the blue God Goku. Obviously, you don't need blue after this. Well, you do need blue after this, so I only want to use one blue. And I was like, well, I might as well use this guy because I have an other team planned for the last fight. So, yeah, the strategy is blue Goku stays in and heals with green cards while destroying Broly. It should work, I hope. So as you can see, with the rush, I'm doing a lot of damage. Because obviously, sorry, let me explain this first. This Goku's green cards actually heals and gives him ki every time he uses it. So it doesn't matter how much damage I take, I'm just going to heal it off because I'm drawing green cards very, very often. As you can see, there's one. Oh, there's two. I take a couple of hits. I draw another one. It's like, well, you can't really do anything, can you? So yeah, it's a bit dumb. And then we just rush for the win here. So yeah, I let Ginyu take a rush and he tanked it. So that's why his health's a bit low. Because if this Goku got rushed, then the strategy wouldn't have worked. So Blue Broly is just being, you know, a scaredy cat. So I just rush him when he uses the blast. And we're looking like another W here. I believe they can't guess your rush at all, because if they could, this would be impossible. So yeah, let's just move on to the next one. But let me know if your rush got guessed, and if it did, I feel very, very sorry for you, and I wish it didn't get guessed. Alright, next one. Blue Android 13. Green Gokus. I do not have LF Super Saiyan 3. As you can see, GT Goku, Spirit Bomb Goku, and IT Goku are the only 3 Gokus in this game that are green, apart from LF Goku, which I don't have. So as you can see, it's rough, man. This fight was rough, but I would have to say this Goku doing more damage to androids, plus being the last 10 unit, definitely helps me out here. GT Goku does a lot of damage at the start, but he was impressing me even more later on. So yeah, and Green Bunny Bulma, obviously she holds a blue card. She reduces the cost of blue cards, so you draw them more often and they cost less. And she's just a great support overall. And I also got up to 6 stars in my recent Dead Legend Summon video, so I opted to use her as well. As you can see, the damage is pretty decent, to be honest, but it's going to take a lot more to deal with this guy. To be honest, this guy doesn't really do anything crazy. Like, he doesn't heal apart from his main, which he does on me, and it almost kills me somehow. Like, this guy's main does so much damage. And to top it all off, it flipping fainted me. And then he goes for the green to just like mock me even more, but he misses, so I ain't complaining. So yeah, Bunny Bulma's a great support. Her ultimate gives the whole team crit damage and crit rate. She reduces the cost of everyone. She gets Dragon Balls every time she comes in, as well as ki. She gets rushed here, which sucks, but I actually end up guessing it, which is really, really good. It's usually option strike, but obviously it's RNG based, so you can't really just infer what it is. So yeah, I have 1 health. Everyone's health's really low. This guy still has 20 health bars. So honestly, I was like, yeah, this run's kind of dead here. But, you know, you'll see. I get the rush here. And as you can see, things are going pretty well now. I haven't been hit. I've just been destroying him recently. And this rush does so much damage. I have no idea why it did so much more damage than before. But it gets his health really low. So yeah. I don't know what to say. This run went really well. Considering it was my first try on every single battle, I think I got pretty lucky. This event is definitely no joke though. But I would say it's one of the more fun events in the game. It's better than PvP anyway. Honestly, I'd rather play this over than PvP. I don't know. PvP's been pretty boring now recently, so as you can see, we get the win, and yeah, we move on to the next fight here. So up against Janemba, this is why we need to save some of our greens. As you can see, I'm running a Cabba, Kefla, and Vegeta team. Obviously, I just wanted to do as much damage as I could, so and then use Goku afterwards. That was the plan. I thought Kefla would have done way better, but she was doing pretty poorly. The whole team was doing pretty poorly. I was doing barely any damage to this guy. So, and this guy is so annoying. Oh my days, you don't understand. When you get to this part, you'll realize what he uses his green card all the time. Every time you go for a blast card, he uses his green. It's so jarring. And his blue card does so much damage as well. It's just ridiculous. So Kefla is obviously the main focus here. I would have used LF Vegeta, but I already used him. That's why I used the old green Vegeta. He's not very good, but he gave both defenses, which really helped. Plus he's a Vegeta unit. He gets buffed by Cabba. So yeah. So as you can see, even though we've got 40 seconds left, he's at 19 health bars, which is pretty bad. Like the last time, the guy had 6 health bars last game. Now he has like what, maybe 13, 14 after this. So it didn't go pretty well, and then I just ended up getting bodied afterwards. So this run was pretty poor, but it's fine because we can just catch up with the next fight. So yeah, let's just go on to that one. We have to use IT Goku, and because that's the only green Goku I have left. Yeah, they really need to add more green Gokus. So I went for Golden Frieda. Golden Frieda, oh my days, I need to stop talking. When you're talking for so long, your words just stutter. So I went for Golden Frieda, Raditz, and IT Goku. IT Goku saved a couple of times, just gave me priority again. Raditz does so much damage because he's regen and it's Raditz. Raditz does a lot of damage. So yeah, Raditz is pretty good for this. Golden Frieza does decent damage too. But Raditz was the real MVP, you know? I actually like Raditz compared to most people. Most people don't like Raditz, or they just find I should just stop talking today. Unimportant, they just find him unimportant. But, you know, Raditz is cool. As you can see, we're about to clutch the win here. I think the next fight is the last one, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, my brain's pretty fried recently. It's yeah. And see, what's that move called again? Double Saturday or something? I don't know. Saturday Crash, that's it. Yeah, so this last fight I went for a Super Saiyan team with Goku and Gogeta as their boost characters, and I went for blue support, blue mono support. So this team does a lot of damage, but damn, they can't take a hit. I thought they would have tanked better than they did, but they really didn't. Like, Gogeta just got bodied. I was like, wow, alright, sure. And obviously Bardock's effects didn't take in until they went Super Saiyan, which was harder to do. So I opted to try and switch into Bardock twice so I could get the double crit buffs, which is obviously only lasts for like 4 to 5 seconds, but it does more damage than usual. So Gogeta and Bardock got taken out. He didn't have much health left, and to be honest, I was trying to go for an LF. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell Brody. I went for an LF, and yeah, you'll see what happens. So I was confident this Goku could bring it back. You know, saving that blue card. I used the blue card. It didn't kill. I was trying to get another one. See, right here I could have won the game, but I was like, you know, I want to style on him. You know, and you know, I died. That was not worth it. That was so dumb. So we're going to be using the worst character in the game, or the worst Sparking in the game, who really needs a Zenkai or some sort of balance change, and we just threw other supports on them, and he gets the last hit. There you go, the best character wins. I guess you just said he was the worst. So yeah, that's Space Time 7. Is it long? Yes. Is it time consuming? Yes. Is it hard? Maybe. It depends how long you've been playing. If you've been playing for a while, I wouldn't see that you struggle in this. But if you're pretty new, this is almost impossible. You have to play really well as well. You need patience, stuff like that. Overall, I'll give this event an 8 out of 10. It's different, it's unique, it's hard, but it was fun and challenging. Obviously, you can have a different opinion. I can see why people don't like this. At first, I didn't like it, but then I did number 7 and I was actually having fun. It was fun to think of teams to use. So yeah, we're just going to collect our adventures, and then yeah, this has been Tyrande, guys. Peace.
Come on, get serious already!